What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing all right and doing good. In this one, hopefully you would have seen my previous video, which was showing a cinematic sequence using the Sony a5100 in low light. Well, in this one, as the title says, going to show you the behind the scenes of how I used this camera to shoot that video, basically. Different sort of settings that I used, how I set up the shots and all that sort of jazz. So let's not waste any time and show you how I basically made that video. So this is the first shot that I'm going with. I've got the camera set to shoot at 30 frames per second, so shutter speed is at 1/60, ISO 500. I'm shooting at 2.8 at 24mm. The frame is somewhat like that, and it's just being lit up by two tube lights that are set at 2800 at 19%. So now we're just setting up for shot 2. What's going to happen is the camera's going to get placed down on the table. I just need to rearrange a bit of furniture to get it to where I need to be. Get the camera on a tripod. Move some of this stuff out of the way. This is the thing when you're trying to film stuff, you don't always see all the crap that goes on behind the scenes with it. And see how this shot looks. And I've got to work a little bit fast because I think my battery is running down faster than I thought. I was debating about putting the light on for this particular scene, but I think I'm going to keep it as it is for now. The settings wise, it's pretty much the same. The only thing that's changed is the ISO is now at 1600, and we're getting that sort of look there. Basically all I'm going to do, repeat the same process, put the camera down onto the table, and then light the candle, which will be the third scene. The way I'm planning on doing this is basically shooting the whole thing in order of how I want to edit it together. I've got it worked out in my head. Ideally you'd do this ideally you'd storyboard it and everything, but yeah, I'm not really a storyboarder. It's in my head at the moment, so that's how we're going to work that. I was just reviewing the third shot and I forgot that I bought myself a smoke machine, and I haven't done that for any of the first two shots that was just captured. So I'm going to start smoking it out now and basically try and give a little bit of atmosphere to the rest of the shots that are going to be taking place. I guess if there was a reason for storyboarding or anything like that, it's so you can remember the things that you do actually want to be doing in scenes. So take that as a lesson from the first time using this, so I don't know how it's going to actually look, but give it a go, right? Alright, next scene. Switch lens, we've gone onto the 24 to the 14 to 24, my bad. Had to put a little plant there to give a little bit of depth to the shot. Got a little light here that's gonna hopefully cast a bit of light on myself. Gonna be doing this off in the fridge. The light in my fridge is busted, so I've put a tube in there. Hopefully that gives off enough of the look that I'm going for with this one. So that is going to be the next shot. Settings wise, pretty much the same. ISO is down to 250. Might be a tad too dark, but as you can see it starts blowing out the higher you go up on this one. So maybe go about 400. And yeah, let's have more smoke and we're good to go on this one. Just finished up the kitchen sort of sets of shots. Now coming up to like pretty much the last part of the video. So I've reset up, got my composition, which is something like that. Shooting on the 24 to 70 for this one. I'm not the focus point of this. We're basically aiming for the camera. I'm going to use a tube light over here again just to give a little bit of highlight to the camera. What else is there going on? There ain't too much else really going on here. You've got the flickering from the light and just moving on to the next scene really. Had to move the ISO to 1250, shooting at 2.8, still at 1/60. And fast running out of battery, so I've got to finish this quickly now. present day Leon speaking to you now, because at the time of filming I didn't get a chance to, well, I'm lying, I forgot to basically record what I was doing at this part of the video. So what's happening now is I'm setting up to get a shot of the laptop and taking my SD card out of the camera. The way that I wanted the shot to be was an overhead shot, so I'd be reaching over, grabbing the camera, taking the SD card out, and then lifting the laptop lid open, where it would then cut to another shot. I don't have a C-stand or anything like that, so I had to basically extend my tripod legs as far as they would go and hope that it would be wide enough to get the sort of angle that I wanted from it. I was using the 14-24 for this one to make it as wide as possible and to get as much of a look as I wanted. Then that way I could do a little bit more than post if I needed to, so cropping in, etc. Settings wise, I tried not to push the ISO still. I was still trying to keep well below 2500 because that's where the image starts to break down, and I used the light as much as I could to try and achieve this. And for the last shot in this video that you're going to see is me opening the laptop. So what I did was reposition the camera so it was facing directly towards the laptop table and myself. How the scene starts is me opening up the laptop, which was to match the last shot from the scene before, so you had a pretty smooth cut of what was going on. I also used the plant again for foreground. I already said the reasons why I used the plant. Okay, so I've quickly had to stop because the battery in the ZV-1 has died, and the battery in the GoPro that I was filming the BTS on is well, about to die as well, and I can't find other spare batteries for that. So giving myself about 10 minutes, let that charge up, and hopefully that should be enough to finish off what I'm doing with it. So obviously you're going to see the rest of that now anyway, so here we go.